got the Lions and the Packers going at it for potentially the last wild card spot in the NFC. It's a huge game in Lambeau Field. Who do you think is going to come out on top and why?
I want Detroit. I've been on this Detroit bandwagon all season. I love Jared Goff over there. I love the way that this defense has found a way. You see what I mean? I'm making my own mistakes. Has found a way to make plays when it matters the most. I love this kid Hutchinson. I really think that he is just not a game changer, but has the potential to be one of the better defensive linemen in the game as his career progresses. And my favorite man, Dan Campbell, might be my favorite head coach in the league. I mean, players coach, aggressive. Everybody loves him in the locker room. I mean, I want them to make it to the playoffs for the sheer fact of that guy's job was in jeopardy 4 weeks into the year. And he has completely turned around the narrative, turned around the culture. And I mean, like Kyle has mentioned this before about multiple teams. You want a coach that the players will run through a brick wall to make him happy and to get it done for him. And that's exactly what Detroit is. However, however, that Packers secondary, that Packers defense has been absolutely lights out. I mean, they shut down the best receiver in the league last week in Justin Jefferson, which screwed me out of my sorry, screwed me out of my championship final. Man, I still can't believe that happened. But Aaron Rodgers has also been playing effective. Christian Watson has been playing really good. Aaron Jones, I was almost going to say Corey Dillon, AJ Dillon. The Packers have just been rolling, and I'm not saying that the Lions haven't, but the Lions beat them a few months back, 15-9. Aaron Rodgers had a lot of turnovers, and I think that A-Rod's going to remember that. I really think that that's going to be in the back of his mind, that he's going to be like, "Wow, these guys beat us, and we were our worst enemy last time." And I think that's going to have him more prepared. And with the defense being on the same page, the offense has been rolling. I think that Green Bay is going to squeak away with a close one. Now, if Detroit were to upset them, I wouldn't be surprised because once again, I think that they have a great all-around team and a great locker room together. But with that falter against the Panthers a few weeks back, I don't necessarily know if they're going to be on that right mentality. Green Bay is a completely different team. I mean, if you look at their last two games have been against the Panthers and they blew out the Bears. It wasn't exactly something impressive. They beat the Bears. So hopefully this will be a game to remember. I think that, again, like I said, I think it's going to be a close one. I got the Packers actually winning this one 27-24. And again, it's gonna come down to the wire just because that Green Bay defense is stifling, but Jared Goff and that offense are no bums. DeAndre Swift, Jamal Williams, Jameson Williams. Obviously, you have Amon St. Brown and so many other players that have been playing exponential. So I hope that this game lives up to the hype, lives up to the expectation. But I got Green Bay winning in a close one to solidify their spot as a 7th seed in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think with this one, Kev, I'm inclined to agree with you on this one. Um, Usually when it comes to games that could decide a wild card spot or just an overall playoff spot, you have these two teams that are going at it, and I typically go with the home team in this one just because I think that home team will just, I think their fans will energize the team. It'll just get them in the right mindset to go out there and play a solid game. And I think when it comes to the Packers, with the way that they've been playing the last month, I have more faith in them than the Lions. The Lions, to be fair, they're a solid team. I don't want to overlook them entirely in this game, even though that I am picking the Packers. It's just I think the Lions really screwed the pooch against Carolina a couple weeks ago. Granted, I mean they got it back against the Bears last week, but the Bears are scrubs, so that wasn't really that impressive to me. But the Packers beating the Vikings in the manner that they did, Kev, they scored 41 unanswered points in that game. It was utterly unbelievable what the Packers were able to do against a better opponent, nonetheless. And I think in this game, I don't think they're going to score 41 points like they did last week against the Vikings. I
No,
think this will be a much more competitive game. And I do believe that Detroit's going to give them a closer game. But I got the Packers winning this one. When it comes down to the Packers are just they're just a more consistent team right now. They're on a 4-game win streak. The Lions have been up and down the last couple weeks. And I have to say, with what the Packers offense has been able to establish, not only in the passing game, but in the run game as well, it seems to be working. I mean, this isn't like Aaron Rodgers going out there and throwing 300, 350 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, like vintage Aaron Rodgers. It's not really that. This is a well-balanced offense right now with what Aaron Rodgers does in the passing game. And then when you have basically, a lightning and thunder combination or thunder and lightning combo with Aaron Jones and AJ Dillon. I mean, that's tough for any team to stop defensively, just because when you look at that package that they have, especially with it being colder out now, once that run game gets going, usually once you start getting into those third and fourth quarters, defense just get worn down by that run game. And the Packers, they have not been letting off the pedal when it comes to their run game. I think, if they're able to run the ball effectively against the Lions, I think it could be a long day for that Lions defensive unit. And, the Packers don't need to go out there and score 25, 30 points in this game. If they could chew up the time of possession in this game and, get that time of possession probably 35, 36 minutes in their favor, just based off of the long, sustained drives that they can get with that offensive combination with Aaron Rodgers and then their run game, I just don't think the Lions are going to have a lot of opportunities to get points on the board. And with the way that Packers defense has been playing of late, I think the Packers could definitely slow down that Lions offense to the point where the Lions may only score, I'm going to say probably somewhere around 15 to 20 points. Jared Goff has been solid for that quarterback spot with the Lions this year, but going up against the Packers, going up against one of the legends in Aaron Rodgers, I just have to favor Aaron Rodgers in this one simply just because he's just been more consistent, and that's despite the fact that the Packers just about a month and a half ago looked completely dead in the water. Kev, I think we even outright said that we didn't think the Packers were going to make the playoffs, and here we are in Week 18, and they have a legitimate shot to make it in if they win this game against the Lions, and I do believe that that will be the case. I think it's just going to be too much of AJ Dillon, Aaron Jones, and then Aaron Rodgers stepping in times to make some plays to get some third down conversions. I really am focusing on the Packers of getting these long sustained drives that are going to put points on the board. And I just don't believe the Lions are going to be able to counteract that offensively enough to get this win on the road against the Packers. So as far as I see this one playing out, I got the Packers winning this one by the score of, let's say, 24-17. I do think it will be a one possession game when it's all said and done, but I think the Packers get this win at home at Lambeau and advance to the playoffs as the last seed in the NFC.